We just finished the newspaper review segment. Now we're going to go right into with our first discussion for the day. Despite the already high tariff, telecommunication operator Telcos has notified the regulator Nigerian Communications Commission of its intention to raise tariffs on voice calls and data by as much as 40%. The NCC officially admitted receiving a letter from telecommunications operators requesting for tariff increment, but allayed fears that such threats could be carried out because operators know that the issue of tariff increment follows a rigorous cost-based study which has a due process. Now let's examine this critically and its implication on consumers. We have here in the studio a public affairs analyst, Larry Oluwaniyi, to look into and help us understand some of the issues. Mr. Larry, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, a lot of Nigerians, have reacted, negatively, not in the positive, as regards this proposal to now adjust or review the charges for calls, for SMS and data by telcos and all of that. And they are attributing all of this to the rising expenses that, of operating, these companies. There's an increase of about between 35 to 40% increase on their expenses, talking about diesel and the rest of them. Is this justifiable in your own opinion?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. This is a business arena, and at the same time, you have something to do with the government of our country, because there must be check and balancing. What we have been experiencing so far with all these multinational companies is they just wake up in their own dream and increase tariff, increase something. We also have the same issue with multi-choice company recently, and that case is still pending at the National Assembly. I don't really blame them. You ask me why. The reason being that we're in a country whereby anybody feels anything can go. Any multinational companies believe that they can just do things without looking at the yearnings of the people, or are they really delivering the service to the people to the extent that they can even increase the tariff. No doubt there is an increase in diesel. Everybody knows that. There's inflation. But all these companies, are they delivering good services accordingly in the level whereby it would just oppose the price they're about to collect?
Mr. Oluwaniyi, they said that apart from the cost of diesel, that in some states, because of the insecurity situation, their workers cannot go to the facilities, so they are losing money there. They also said that due to this NIN SIM registration, some numbers have been bad, so those people cannot make calls. They are losing money from there. So these are some explanations that they have given.
Some of the facilities that have been vandalized in some of these
exactly
crisis-prone areas.
So I want you to talk on based on these explanations they have given.
It is not Nigerian that will bear those costs. That's the truth. It's not Nigerian citizen that will bear those costs. Those are things that are supposed to factor into their business plan at the beginning. And before now, you must know that before now, we know how much the MTN are selling line, selling recharge card. So they have made enough in the time past. So now we are having a security challenges in our country today, and now they are feeling the pain now. So they should come to our table to us saying, come on, these people, we have missed something from this country. And now this country is facing a serious security challenge. How can we be of help? So now what they are trying to do is that they are losing money in some part of the country. So the money they are losing there, they want to tax the other people to pay for the money they are losing in other regions.
So are you saying they should not, there's no justification for them to ask for an increment, or that the increment may be too much, 40%?
Definitely it's too much. It's too much. That's the truth. It's too much.
So if you say Nigerians are not the ones that are to bear the brunt of this, who pays the money?
They should look inward. They should look inward.
Look inward how? They are doing business.
They are doing business. They should look inward in their business firm and look at how to generate money, not to overtax our people already that are already complaining. How many people can afford 1,000 naira data in this country today? Let's tell ourselves the truth. Majority of people are buying 100 naira data.
But do you think there's a way government can intervene in the issue? Because these are business.
Yeah,
right?
that is the best direction.
They have said that they are responding to the current business environment that they have found themselves.
Yes, I've said it earlier. It was not like this before. They have their juicy period, which we all are aware that by the month of September, in so many, about 7 years ago, in the months of September, majority of these telecommunication companies, they will tell us that they have met up their target for the year. The remaining money that is coming is just an extra, it's just a bonus. We have it, it's in public domain. So they have their juicy period. If they need to sit down with the federal government, if they need to sit down with the Ministry of Defense to talk about the security situation, they can help them. And if they need to meet the Minister of Communication as well on the issue of linking, how they can just oppose it, how all these things can work well for them so that they can unbar the people that they are bad. So, to me, to not put 40% increase on the populace again, I believe is not a fair deal for the Nigerian citizen.
Well, unfortunately, because of our time, we'll have to end this discussion. We really appreciate you coming on the program, and we look forward to having you next time on the show.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we've been speaking with Lanre Olawani, I beg your pardon. He is a public affairs analyst, and he joins us to talk about this. Please stay with us. We'll take a short break, and then when we come back, it will be top of the hour, and we'll take a look at more news